What's going on, everybody? Adam Neely with Build, Guild, and Refine TV coming back at you with another episode. So what's happening today? It's not Tuesday, but this will be our Tuesday Talks. It's been a couple weeks since I put out a new video. Things have kind of been busy, but that's almost a perfect interlude into what today's Tuesday Talks will be about. I got an email from somebody that I know, kind of an acquaintance, through business, through work. And he hit me up and he said, you know, Adam, I'm so happy to see things are going well for you. Looks like life is just awesome and you're on the fast track. I haven't seen him in quite a few years, so he was, talking about kind of where he is now. And he's going through a lot. He's definitely going through a lot right now. And he was asking me for advice. And so I gave him some advice about my life. But I also wanted to make sure that I was dang clear that life isn't gravy, no matter what. And so I wanted to make this public video because I'm kind of a believer that I know we all put this persona out there so that people think that, like, oh, we're successful and we're achieving great things and we're happy. But the reality of life is that it sucks a lot of the times. And my life sucks some of the times. And right now, things are really sucking. So we all go through these ups and these downs and the ebb and the flow and the give and the take, man. And for instance, it's my slow season, it's winter, we're going through some issues right now. We had some tools break, we had some equipment breakdown, I had my big diesel dump truck breakdown. Man, I had so much money out of pocket, it was like ridiculous, literally ridiculous. I'm like, how much more can I take? I'm like emptying out the lint out of my pockets. And then some other things popped up and got worse. And then the freaking pipes burst at one of my houses. And so I've got water just all over the place. It was my own fault. I didn't keep the heat turned up enough and it froze this past weekend. And fortunately Chatter was on site. He heard water spraying all over the place. And he said he was running all around trying to shut everything off. I mean, I can see it now. He didn't even know what he was shutting off. I had to just go through every check valve throughout the entire house and turn it on and turn it off and go through everything. I mean, he literally shut off every stinking valve in the house. It's a 5,000 square foot house with a lot of valves. So, but the baseboard heat was just blowing up all over the place. And it was my own dang fault. I didn't keep the heat up. I didn't keep the heat high enough. Obviously, it's a house we didn't winterize because we're working on it. So, some of the things, that we deal with, they just come at us. And then sometimes if we get down and we get into that negative mind frame, everything else coming at us feels like it's just dragging us down even more, right? So we got to step back. And we got to look at our life as a whole. As like as a lifetime perspective, or for some of us as an eternal perspective. You got to look at it and go, okay, all right, this is just temporary. This is the here and now. Last year it wasn't like this. 2 years ago it wasn't like this. In 2 years, hopefully it won't be like this. So things get better. But at the same time, maybe there's some things that we can do to help each other. To reach out for each other. To help each other and just let each other know that we're here. We're brothers, we're sisters. I mean, we're here to support each other. We got to live on this freaking planet together, So we may as well do it happily. It's just, I don't want to put out that persona like life is gravy, like I said, because it's not. It's really not. And I won't go into a lot of details, but like, I've been through a lot in my life. And I'm very happy with where I've gotten, where I've come, where I've worked to achieve and to obtain. But looking back on my life, it's been a lot. There's been a lot of turmoil. And one thing I'm grateful for was I came from a broken home. I came from split parents, and Dad lived in a trailer park that was just rough, and Mom lived in Trenton, a rough area, and then we moved out into kind of a less rough area, but I still got in fights like every week. And that's not easy for a kid, having to protect themselves all the time. But it made me who I am. So those trials and those tribulations made me who I am. And I'm proud of who I am. But I'm still going through a lot. And there are some days when I say, man, just cut me a break, you know? Just cut me a break, because sometimes it feels overwhelming, right? And sometimes it feels like it's too much. But if you feel that way, and if you feel like it's too much, man, hit me up with a message. I don't even care if I don't know you. Hit me up with a message, and I'll just tell you about where I'm at with my life, because most likely, it's not going to be that much better. Because we're all going through a lot of crap. So stop fronting like life is perfect, because it's not. And so, he who shall not be named, who sent me the message, I want you to know that I love you, bro. And I want you to know that I'm here for you to talk to. And other people out there, I'm here for you to talk to also. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be there to rely on each other. In our darkest hour, we're supposed to have somebody to rely on. Should be the people closest to us. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it can't be. So sometimes we need to be there for each other. Alright? So let's do that. Let's reach out. Let's try to be there for each other. Stay tuned for the next video in the next Tuesday Talks, which hopefully will be on Tuesday. Peace.